For the second consecutive day, India recorded more than 9,000 coronavirus cases in a single day. This is also the biggest ever hike in cases. With this, India has recorded the world's fourth fastest growing coronavirus outbreak. As per the data shared by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India now has 2,26,770 cases of coronavirus. Out of them, 1,10,960 are still active cases, whereas 1,09,462 have been cured, discharged or migrated. The death toll due to coronavirus in India has reached 6,348. India meanwhile has reported 9,851 new COVID-19 cases and 273 deaths in the last 24 hours. Maharashtra remains the worst affected state with 77,793 cases. Among them, 41,402 are active cases, 33,681 have been cured, whereas the death toll is at 2,710. The state is followed by Tamil Nadu with 27,256 cases and Delhi with 25,004 cases. Gujarat remains the fourth most affected state with 18,584 cases and 1,155 deaths. Amidst the rising criticism regarding the transparency, the Bombay High Court has issued a notice to the centre and all trustees of PM CARES Fund seeking the declaration of the total amount collected. The notice was issued based on a petition filed by a Nagpur-based lawyer, Arvind Wagmare. PM CARES Fund was set up by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the wake of the coronavirus outbreak in the country. People from several walks of life have contributed to PM CARES. However, the government hasn't yet declared the total amount collected. The lawyer, who himself is a donor of the PM CARES Fund, filed the petition in his capacity as a citizen of India. After which, the Nagpur bench of Bombay High Court, headed by Justice Sunil Shukre and Anil Killor, issued notices to centre and all the trustees. They also sought the affidavit in 2 weeks. The petition sought that the fund should be audited by the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, appointment of 3 more trustees and inclusion of 2 opposition party members in the PM CARES Fund. A low magnitude earthquake hit Hampi, an ancient village dotted with numerous ruined 7th century temple complexes in Karnataka on Friday morning. The magnitude was 4.0 on the Richter scale, which hit Hampi at 6:55 am. Days ago, 2 earthquakes also hit Rohtak in Haryana in the span of an hour on Friday, tremors of which were felt in the national capital. The first quake, a medium intensity one of 4.6 magnitudes, hit Haryana city at 9:08 pm at the depth of 5 kilometers. Meanwhile, experts have warned that a major tremor may be witnessed in Delhi amid a range of low intensity earthquakes reported in the national capital region over the last 1.5 months. Reliance Industries Limited on June 5th said that Mubadala Investment Company, the Abu Dhabi-based sovereign investor, will invest Rs 9,093.60 crores in Jio Platforms for 1.85% equity stake on a fully diluted basis. This will be the 6th investment in Reliance Industries Limited in a quick succession, following those by social media major Facebook, private equity fund Silver Lake, Vista Equity Partners, KKR and General Atlantic. Over the past 6 weeks, the digital businesses of Reliance Industries Limited, known as Jio Platforms, has raised a striking Rs 87,655.35 crore rupees. These amounts have been raised from global investors for a total of 19% stake. Khaldun Al Mubarak, who is a managing director and group CEO at Mubadala Investment Company, in a statement said that the company is committed to investing in and actively working with the high growth companies which are pioneering technologies to address critical challenges and unlock new opportunities. Delhi court on Thursday denied bail to Jamia Millia Islamia scholar Safura Zargar, saying that it found no merits in her application. Zargar, also the media coordinator of the Jamia Coordination Committee, was arrested by Delhi Police's special cell after being accused of hatching a conspiracy to incite communal riots in the national capital's northeast area in February this year. Additional Sessions Judge at the Patiala House Court, Dharmendra Rana, While dismissing the plea filed by Zargar said that he does not find any merits in the bail application and thus it is accordingly dismissed. The court, however, directed the jail officials to provide adequate medical aid and assistance to Zargar, who is pregnant. Opposing her bail application, the special cell submitted before the court that she had allegedly made inflammatory speeches and she was part of a conspiracy to instigate the communal violence.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.